I'm gonna tell you something. I never been rejected like you think I have. But people never got the reaction out of me like they want to when I catch on to certain attraction. And I kept because people not used to it. I don't judge people, and but people don't get the certain reaction out of me like I want because either I'm stuck on a full past relationship, I'm hurt. Whatever those consequences is, it wasn't hurt. It's hurt as you think it is. It's like love is like when a heart tripping and you can't hardly get up out your bed. And I felt like that with my ex. I couldn't hardly get up out my bed, but I had to ask God to just help me keep pushing through in my relationship. Like I know it, we done and said and done, but I had to help me tell her like I had to have God. Like I can't when you can't you holding on to the lamp and you holding on to something and you hardly can't get it by and you have that moment your heart drip. That your heart is driven, but you asking God to just keep you pushing through, and you have that moment like you can't hardly get up out your bed because you, but you have to ask God to keep you going. You know you can't be with somebody, but you have to ask God to keep you going, and you gotta trust that God is gonna just keep pushing for greatness out of you to do better, and to do greatness and do better, and I think is when we dealing with those. I never feel like I didn't see women make passes at me friend in the mall, make a pass at me while we in there. But I was like my spirit right now. I have to deal with it. I never been rejected, but they have people that tell you you don't get married, you can't have a kid. God would put God would put people in our life for a reason. I never had a problem with rejection. I didn't see people choose many times, and I have always found something. That's not even the thing. It's you when you're dealing with a relationship. God had never gave up on us like you think He did, and I don't judge people. I don't. I done been around a lot of people, and that do stuff they don't supposed to do. Do I judge you? No, I'm comfortable around it, and people never gave me that doubt where I have to feel like I have to judge them. So they never made me feel like that in that death that I have to. I done been around a lot of people, bro. Miss Lady, look beautiful. I done been around a lot of people. I didn't like talk a lot. I done been in a bed with a lot of people, a lot of black women. I don't talk about. I didn't been in these situations, but I never judged the woman because it's not my right. It's not my right to judge them because I have the weakness that I need to. I have. I'm not weakness, but I have things I need to work on. I can't judge people. It never was my intent, and that's the most important thing. The thing is why you grow, and I have to back why you grow. You have to understand why you're growing and doing things that you're doing. So you have to understand those things and where those things is. Now I've been in a lot of relationships, and one of my relationships is where I wanted to do something different with this person. One of my I didn't want to be like I couldn't like just want to have sex with her. And I had to realize when I was dating this girl, we in two different religious backgrounds. She Chinese, and her name was Aranya. And I wanted to do something different, so I cut the candles off. I cut the light off. I put candles around the tub, and we got stripped and this and that, and then and I wanted to show that I was different from any other person. Because when you go on dates, So at the lights off, the shower morning, she take her clothes off, do what she need to do. And I want to kiss her on the cheeks 5 times, kiss her on the breast 5 times, kiss her on the stomach 5 times, kiss her on the lips 5 times between the cheeks, kiss her between her legs 5 times, kiss her down there 5 times. Love is winning that then watch about certain things. I've never been rejected from a relationship, but it's certain things that people, intimidation is the problem in the society that we are in. And I just wanted to do something different about that. Let me get back on track. I wanted to do something different in that situation of what I mean about those things. So if I'm kissing a woman and I feel like and I hold her while I wash her body and hold it, then I had to put the towel up on her, had to put the towel on her and carry her on the towel and do all the things. If I'm carrying her on the towel, and then I gotta put the lotion on her, I carry her like to the bedroom, and I'm carrying her to the bedroom, and I got the lotion sitting by the bed, and I gotta raising her legs up and tell her, let me put your lotion on. And while you raise your bed up, I'm trying to hold. I need some water right now. While you hold your bed up, so I had to be like really like something different with a woman. I wanted to do something different in that relationship, but I never got to the point where either I turned off my personality because I'm in a relationship or something that they can't expect. I ain't never been in that type of environment like that. You know what I'm saying? That never been in that type of environment like that. But I know my behavior in some certain ways. So is it just you just loving your woman and you understand the relationship, you know, and you understand those things. So when you just doing all of that to your woman, I want to do something. When you go on a date with a woman, I like a first date because your relationship with God, you getting to know Him in the book, and you got to take notes of it. That's the same thing when you go on a date. If you got to take notes, but I trust me, I got Bibles. Trust me. The same thing you taking notes in your relation and with a Bible and you trying to get all these things that these people, that's the same thing you're gonna take in your relationship of getting to know a woman. And that's the same thing you're gonna know. I'm sorry for the little confusion, guys. And everybody, that's the same thing you're gonna know in getting a woman. A man have to carry a pad like on the first day you're gonna find out what she likes, she don't like, what she allergic to, and all of that. That don't mean after you a couple of days, that second week you probably gonna want to cook at your house. After that second week, you probably want to cook at our house. And after that second week, so you have to understand, after that second week that you cook at our house, but you're not gonna cook it after you find out all of the things that your woman likes. You find out all of the things that she likes and she don't like and she allergic to. On that second week, on that third week, I might want to cook dinner at the house. That don't mean y'all gonna actually cook at those houses. Y'all gonna actually cook the food that you asked for, that you wrote down. You just trying to mix it up. You're trying to mix the things up as you go. So I understand you don't like this. I understand you like this, and I understand what you're allergic to. But I only in your favor. I'm only gonna cook the things on a special occasion. But I'm also gonna mix the food up where you can have a great experience, like and try something new. And every relationship gotta be different. Oh, shoot. So I'm listening to what you have to say, but I'm telling you right now, like literally, it's the word of it. A guy just wrote that you are getting spiritual attack. Yeah, people already know the spiritual warfare of the humans. I already know they trying to intimidate and antagonate the mindset. How strong that you really in the state. My teacher used to sit me in this room. I'm at Newman Smith High School, and I'm reading this thing with this guy. He said people are trying to spiritual attack you, and I'm sitting at the room with this guy, and I'm sitting in the room by myself. And when I'm sitting in the room by myself, I want you to know something. I'm sitting in the room by myself at sometimes. My teacher tell me, Hugh, you did nothing wrong, but it had me all of the time to think about what I needed to think about, right? So if I'm sitting in this room by myself and she telling me to think, and I'm sorry because I'm on YouTube right now and I know it's going to get confusing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't judge people. I done been around a lot of stuff, man. That's not the type of person that I judge. But I have to always keep my mind. It just I don't give the reaction that they think I want at the right time or the right situation. And that's the most thing when people are trying to get my attention. Judges are never on their character. Trust me, we still got a lot to learn and a lot to do. ABC, Dallas, Texas. ABC, Dallas, Texas. Trust me, if I would have did that, I would have tell you right now. If I would have did that, I would have been. There's a lot of conflict going on, and I really don't have time for it. There's a lot of conflict going on, and right now, God said you're in the middle of a war of lies. You're in the middle of a war of lies. When I'm working on my material things, I'm working in the middle of a war of lies. We we have. I don't judge anybody. Remember that. But why you ask one of my friends, she was on like drugs heavy. One of the people I know was on drugs heavy. And I asked her, do you feel comfortable around me? A person gotta feel comfortable around you. You know, it doesn't matter what any of those things is. A person gotta know that they can feel comfortable around you. And then with the other side of the case, you gotta know that to be the comfortableness around you, right? You know, people have been on drugs, they have did so many things, but I never get onto those things with those situations. So I don't get onto that stuff. Like I know too many people in my time, but I don't judge, and I've never been a hypocrite about it. I try to understand, and I try to understand it real well. So we have to understand what that means. And so those are the things, and it's about mentality. But I don't judge them. It's just my reaction on a lot of stuff they can't get from me sometimes. I never been in that type of person. It's about the reaction that they want out of me most of the time of what we dealing with. And that's the most of the things that people, when they don't get a certain action out of me of how to like how they trying to get my attention and all of those things when I'm dealing with things. So I never judge them. You know what I'm saying? And it is about just getting a certain a reaction. I be in my own little world sometimes, and that's just growth and the ambition of the world. And we gotta understand that. So I be in my own world sometimes. Yeah. But I hope you stay cool. And sorry for the mixed communication, mixed up words in my conversation.